Interview with the corrupt criminal Canadian citizenship judge Janega. With the new C-51 bill, Stephen Harper implemented an unparalleled mega-criminal law into existence. Even other countries did protest. Stephen Harper made with the C-51 bill a pseudo-parallel justice system by which the immigration agency CIRCC can make up any decision on complete privacy without any disturbance by the Canadian legal system. Already Canada did protect this absolute criminal law, and now also the new Brownie Minister Hamid Hussein is covering up and protecting every crime made by CIRCC in Janega and any other illegal and criminal citizenship judge. The misrepresentations and active lies of Janega are ranging from saying the applicant is not credible, to saying he cannot answer, he is answering too slow, she is answering too quick. And this all in one interview. Details of her interviews in follows. Janega insidiously is asking maliciously as follows: is the person you got the recommendation letter your friend? Is the officer who approved your permanent residency one of your friends? But in opposition of her duty, she is ignoring fully official papers and other facts from the government and applicants. For disliked applicants she searches perfidious for mistakes, negative points. On the other side she is ignoring fully every positive point whatsoever. As a provision of her docile dutiful systematic criminal activities against immigrants and Canadian citizens, she got several provisions in her employment status and salary and extensions. Now she has 30 employees under her which she has chosen as loyal government criminals, and are doing every crime as they are ordered from her, or are also criminal dishonorable Immigration Minister Hamid Hussein. The Canadian Immigration Agency CIRCC is not working as a legal government department. It is working as a systematic mafia syndicate, which is ruled by the highest official. Internal crimes against Constitution, citizen and immigrants are covered up. So-called crimes of immigrants are psychopathically sought by the disliked ones. By the liked immigrants, crimes are covered up. Like go home from Africa. Here are the names of her 30 criminal co-worker handyman outrounder. Don't be fooled, they are as criminal as herself. Handpicked by corrupt and criminal Canadian superintendents and other government officials. Her criminal co-workers in crime are distributed throughout the Maritimes. Alena Clements, officer. Amina Ramtola Founderji, administrative assistant. Andrea Payne, judge. Carlos Couto, officer. Carol Jakes, manager. Caroline Vasquez, officer. Catherine Ruins, agent. Chantal Grenier, assistant. Christian Mutombo, officer. Conchita Gonzalez, assistant. D. and Walsh, officer. Elena Romanko, officer. Elizabeth M. Campbell, officer. Estelle Labinskaz, officer. Fadreed Osmani, judge. Fiorita Obizo, officer. Francois Crotto, supervisor. Gary Sortiados, officer. Giovanni Spadacino, officer. Giuseppe Brutizzi. Helen Tang, officer. And Robert McQueen, officer. Irene Gallant, officer. Isaac Rodriguez, officer. Jane Black, assistant. Jason Harvey, assistant. Karen Johnson, officer. Karima Tabi Count, officer. Leon Arab, officer. Manzi Serchampiata, supervisor. From this 30 IRCC criminals, 1/3 are female. That shows two facts. It is a new world order approach to put women in commanding positions. Women want to be important and have psychopathic dreams to be princess and queens. Combined with the psychopathic nature of Canadian suffragette mentality, it gets a cruel terror regime against anyone disliked. The Canadian New World Order regime knows that. That's why in most government offices the majority are psychopathic females who want to pet up their empty personality. They do emotionless every crime to keep up their status and income. Most Canadian females are wannabe mighty queens. That's the Canadian regime is exploiting to fight families, disliked persons, and freedom in general. Women today are not anymore the preserver of society. Women in Canada are the destroyer of society. The criminal judge's address is from Montreal, 1010 St. Antoine Street West, 2nd floor. The phone no. From Nova Scotia. Area code 902-536-3530. In the following there are quotes from 3 criminal written dismissals, and 4 eyewitness interviews from the criminal citizenship judge in Janega. I find on a balance of probabilities that the applicant does not meet the residence requirement of the Citizenship Act. That shows that she has no proof of what she is making up. It is a malicious allegation. It is a wide generalization without any meaning and evidence of the opposite from her. That alone shows the criminal approach clearly. In a case of an African applicant, she approved it by less than half of the necessary residency time intentionally by full knowledge of illegal activity against the Canadian immigration law. She is also stating the submitted papers of the applicants. But she is not considering this valid papers by disliked applicants in her decisions. She is mentioning several paragraphs of the Canadian immigration law, but she is not following them rightfully. By disliked immigrants, the law gets ignored. When the criminal citizenship judge in Janega doesn't find any negative points by disliked immigrants, then the denigration, denounce and slandering mode is going on. Like the applicant is talking too fast. He or she is talking too slow. She needs much time to remember. She is not credible. But the citizenship judge is not explaining why. She is also not mentioning every positive answer from the applicant, if it's not supporting her wanted for doomed negative decision to fulfill her criminal decisions. Janega allegedly says the applicant has limited documents, information, not credible, etc. Janega is misusing false representation when she denies existence of submitted papers. She is also actively making up denouncing and contradictory stories to dismiss disliked applications. Janega is also misusing systematically and in illegal and criminal ways to denigrate applicants because of mistakes of understanding, coming a few minutes late, or because of personal behavior like moving and talking. In this approach, Janega shows a heavy racist behavior. She don't want accept different personal behavior of Black, Asian and European individual accent. If the applicant is disliked by CIC, IRCC and Janega is consequently misrepresenting and slandering all possible facts like homeschooling, credit card, works, housing. Janega is also going to blatant lies of the whole application situation. By the 3 researched and rational studied application which were dismissed, 10% of space was used for mentioning laws. 15% were used for facts. 75% were pure slander to justify the criminal-motivated dismissal. Following some media news about the fraud you lose citizenship judge in Janega, the federal government is taking aim at a series of recent decisions by a Nova Scotia judge to approve at least 9 citizenship applications. Government lawyers want the judge's decisions overturned and are urging the federal court to allow judicial reviews of the cases. They say the 9 people seeking citizenship did not meet the residency requirements. The cases involve Judge Janega, who was appointed to the Federal Citizenship Commission in December 2013 by Immigration Minister Chris Alexander. The first case, heard Wednesday, involves a Nigerian airline pilot who settled with his family on Prince Edward Island in 2007 and applied for citizenship. But when Akintomiya Oladipo made the application in 2013, he fell short of residency requirements. He needed to have spent 3 of the last 4 years in Canada, according to court documents. But federal lawyer Melissa Chan argued Oho's citizenship application should not have been approved. She said the evidence before Janega did not support Oho's citizenship and that he had spent less than half the time in Canada he needed to meet the residency threshold. Oho's case shows the blatant systematic crime approach of the official citizenship judge in Janega. There are 9 proven cases by Canadian court wherein Janega on purpose and against Canadian law smuggled in this kind of uneligible immigrants. But of course she did also the opposite. Disliked eligible immigrants with unpopular occupations, jobs, personalities, etc. She made up illegal criminal made-up decisions which are so obvious blatantly faked that a 5th grade student is recognizing the cheat. Citizenship judge Janega is by definition and activity a criminal mafia member of the fascistic regime of Canada. The criminal citizenship judge Janega got and gets multiple provisions because of her crimes against the people of Canada and the world. In the last years she got several promotions in employment, salary and expenses. The criminal citizenship judge Janega is a valuable and dependable mafia member who is fulfilling every crime which is ordered against immigrants. But be not fooled. The criminal citizenship judge Janega is not the exception. She is the norm of the organized crime government of Canada. Janega's criminal activities are not limited to immigration. She has also criminal activities and relations to the Canadian Police RCMP, entrepreneur, business and politics, etc. Research. Nova Scotia citizenship judge Janega's rulings questioned by CBC News. Interview with Janega/Government of Canada. HTM. 2014 Janega, the Rotary Club of Dartmouth. Nova Scotia citizenship judge Janega's rulings questioned by lawyers. Interview with the corrupt criminal Canadian citizenship judge Janega. With the new C-51 bill, Stephen Harper implemented an unparalleled mega-criminal law into existence. Even other countries did protest. Stephen Harper made with the C-51 bill a pseudo-parallel justice system by which the immigration agency IRCC can make up any decision on complete privacy without any disturbance by the Canadian legal system. Already Canada did protect this absolute criminal law. And now also the new Brownie Minister Hamid Hassan is covering up and protecting every crime made by IRCC, Janega and any other illegal and criminal citizenship judge. The misrepresentations and active lies of Janega are ranging from saying the applicant is not credible, to saying he cannot answer, he is answering too slow, she is answering too quick. And this all in one interview. Details of her interviews in follows. Janega insidiously is asking maliciously as follows. Is the person you got the recommendation letter your friend? Is the officer who approved your permanent residency one of your friends? But in opposition of her duty she is ignoring fully official papers and other facts from the government and applicants. For disliked applicants she searches perfidious for mistakes, negative points. On the other side she is ignoring fully every positive point whatsoever. As a provision of her docile dutiful systematic criminal activities against immigrants and Canadian citizens, she got several provisions in her employment status and salary and expenses. Now she has 30 employees under her which she has chosen as loyal government criminals. and are doing every crime as they are ordered from her, order also criminal dishonorable Immigration Minister Hamid Hussein. The Canadian Immigration Agency CIRCC is not working as a legal government department. It is working as a